So who T is currently is a young man of 20 years old who keeps to himself a lot at Putnam Place. He mostly is studious, going to school when it's the academic year, going to work even during the academic year, but certainly during the summers. He would like to be a doctor someday. So right now he's clearly focused on completing his high school. He's got one more year to go and he will go to college. He's already thinking about where he'd go to college and what he will major in. So T is from Eritrea originally, and he traveled throughout a number of countries in order to get to a safe enough place to be then considered an unaccompanied refugee minor. He describes trying to leave his home country out of being pulled into the army. Very few people get to go to a university or college there. It's a lottery system, he said. And he said he knew he wasn't going to be chosen and they were going to force him into the army. Since he came in not speaking much English at all, in a very, very thin state. He actually looked probably 14 years old at the time, and he was turning 18 within days, so he did not look his age. And we set him up with school, we set him up with finding a church that fits his needs. He eventually gets his work authorization papers. And we just envelop him with some support and emotional safety concerns, thinking he's coming from such a traumatic experience. He's a victim of torture in his travels, so definitely helping him feel safe. And how he transpired into this very confident young man who speaks English fluently. He has a strong accent and he speaks quietly, but he's incredibly clear about his goals and what he wants. He gets A's, I think strictly A's in school now. He's turned into a thin kind of very, what appeared to be fearful person to confident and appears strong in multiple ways. So it's really beautiful to see. He is inspirational to me. When he shared his story with me, him opening up just, opened me up even further. I love this work intensely, but when you hear the immensity of the horror and the courage that he needed to go through and willingly go through, and now the resiliency that he has to be able to just refocus and be, a high school student. And at 20 years old, right, he's going into his senior year, so he's letting all that other stuff fall away to be like, this is what life is about for him. It just shifts my perspective of what we're doing here on earth, And he represents all of our Putnam youth, all of our residential youth, because of their resiliency and courage that isn't seen from the outside. He just looks like this quiet youth kind of paying attention to his own life, when in fact he's one of the most courageous people that's walking the earth. And I think that is true of a lot of our residents who can be seen as not doing enough in the world or doing some harm in the world, when in fact they're just to get up every day and move forward with their goals is something we should be rewarding them for.